Peace and love, everybody. There we go. Peace and love, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the AIsha Sisterhood with the AIsha Sisters, P2 and the AIsha Sisters. Our guest speaker today, Minister Rico. How's up, brother? How you doing? Please. All right, so we start this out with the Alfonso. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to Allah, cherish and sustain our Lord, most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment, he do we worship, and I am all right, I mean. And we are joined here with all the Aisha out here at the Aisha picnic, okay? We outside today. We outside, yes, yes. So we wanted to have our guest, Mr. Rico, here today to be able to enlighten us on this journey that he's given us sisters with the program that he set for us and his vision on where he wants to see us and us standing in the gap for what we need to do what's right. I'm going to give the floor over with greetings and let him start this off with Queen Sue. Queen.
Peace and love, brothers and sisters. I just want to say one thing off the mic right now. The minister, every bit of time that we have on the podcast, reminding you all on the birthday we gave back in 1994. So, buckle up the seatbelt. It's going to be a ride. Because AIsha sister is on the ride. Brilliant. And to my sisters. To the brothers that came to support these sisters, I send my praise and honors to you all as well. So right now I want to talk about these sisters, man. Some 34 years ago, I had a vision that I could take a group of young women and make them into a monument. I came up with the idea of the AIsha sisters in 1994. Bring the process of doing so, I encountered Sister Sue. Sister Sue used to come to the prison system to visit me and aid and assist me in continuously struggling to maintain my love and respect for wife's love. And that's what I did. Through this system, I grew to love, respect, and honor her. Through that, I thought AIsha would be a gift to her to take back to the community, to develop a consciousness for the Black woman in our community. So far, she tried to do the best she could, but she didn't get the support she needed from the brotherhood. And I had a problem with that because I was always talking about sisters and brothers in the same line. I have never been in favor of that because I know what it leads to, where it takes you to, and where it takes you from. And if you got a journey that you got to travel, you got to travel that journey with the respect, honor, and relationship with God, not with man, with God. And in doing so, man, I'm learning more and more every day. I met this sister Honey. I met Sister Sugar. I met Sister Fatima. I met Sister D-Boo. I met Sister D-Boo. And all these sisters were guidance to me through my struggle. I took most of my life and gave it back to the people that I helped tear down. And you women were very part of that tear down that I played a role in. And I'm back today to try to pay that back with the teaching and the lesson and the love that I have for the AIsha sisters. I'm going to continue my struggle with you, but in due time, I'm going to get out of your way. The point now, well, you got a lesson that you've already learned, and that's to continue your struggle for the betterment of your families, your kids, your grandkids, and our future. Hear me when I say our future. because they own it. I got one of my young students with me today that you will be hearing from, and it's going to let you get a get not sharing with the young. I asked about my vision for AIsha. It was 35 years ago. I created you. I gave you an idea. I gave you a dream. I gave you a hope. We're supposed to have uniforms right now, codes right now, but we don't have none of that because we allow our brothers to get into our business that tore down our structure. Now you're in the process of rebuilding that. Do it this time and do it right.
And I heard sisters, any questions, feel free to do so. Okay. Well, yeah, I got the question. I'm going to ask. Minister Rico, every leader has a defined moment. What was the lowest point in your life where ultimately became the turning point of where God began reshaping your purpose?
In 1974, I and we changed the teaching of Minister Rico, who taught me everything I know about Islam. And under the teachings of Minister Rico, I took that and created the AIsha Sisters and the Lords of Islam. I went to the University of Islam to learn to speak properly how to use the language and how to not use the language in both of those programs. Laws of Islam took away the big eyes and the little U's. I don't want you to think that I built something for Rico. I built something for y'all. Laws of Islam means like ABLE, that takes away from Rico. You ain't got to praise Rico, you praise God. In the AIsha Sisters, you ain't got to praise Sue, you praise God. You don't owe me nothing other than the honor, the respect, and the love that I gave you. And if I didn't earn it, don't give it to me. Everything I asked of you is the same thing I gave you. And if I didn't give y'all love for the last 45 years of my life, then don't give me love in return. And the shame is part of my struggle when I came back. I did 42 years of my life. I come back out here and I see y'all more at each other than you was before I left. That's the shame. At the lowest point of my struggle is coming back to society, seeing you brothers out here chopping up each other, shooting each other, disrespecting each other, and misusing these black women like they don't mean nothing. And now you want to make me the villain because I don't go along with you. I hope that answered your question.
Most definitely did, brother. Most definitely did. Okay, second question is, a lot of brothers say they want change, but they keep surrounding themselves with people who keep them stuck. What's one hard truth black men need to hear about accountability and brother?
I think that our brotherhood should outstand our personal ego. But I don't have no ego when it comes to you. If you know something that I don't idea that what God has gave me, bring it to the table and let's talk about it. But don't get on Facebook and all these little crazy pages y'all be on talking about me trying to make me a villain. I ain't that guy. I ain't that guy. I'm one of them pull-up guys. So I ain't gonna do that talking. I'm gonna show up. And then I'm gonna make you stand on everything you saying out your mouth because you're gonna have to prove to me that that's your reality.
Yeah.
Now, y'all talk that crazy shit. I'm a villain because I won't go along with you. That ain't my job. My job is to give you the best tool that I got. That's my reality. You can accept it or you can reject it. If you reject it, you got a problem out of it. As long as you ain't disrespecting advice on man, we brothers. You disrespect that advice, you step over that line, you got a problem. You got a real serious problem. I ain't did nothing to none of you young brothers. Half of y'all don't even know me, never seen me in your life. You hate me and dislike me because somebody that you know done ran into me and didn't get the reception he was looking for, so he done came back out here and feed y'all some negativity. If you've been with me 40 years and you ain't did nothing about it, then what makes you think you're going to do something now? You can't intimidate me, put no out. Listen, I don't feel nothing but God. And as long as I keep a law out in front of me and I'm doing his work, you can't do nothing to me. Nothing. And I'm going to continue to give these young brothers the truth. Whether it's against you, with you, and you guys know who I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. You act like you don't know. Don't you know you can't come to me and have no conversation about Pepperoni? We ain't finna have no negative conversation about Pepperoni. You brothers will walk up to me and talk about some nigga that told you on the telephone and you ain't did nothing about it. And you know that ain't my character. You know that ain't my character. If I can't help you, I'm a damn sure not gonna hurt you. I'll leave you alone like I just did today with a brother, telling me about what another nigga done told him, but how you talking to this nigga and you ain't to knock him out. So you doing what he wants you to do, advocate nonsense. And I'm not supporting that.
Okay. Healing the community. You spent time speaking life into people who've experienced violence, incarceration, and trauma. In your opinion, what is the biggest wound our community still refuse to address?
I think that our brothers, especially you young brothers, have to be your own judge. You have to start judging the dog that's bringing the bone. If you don't watch him, you're going to get every kind of bone you looking for. Whoever bring you that bone, find out how he got it. What was you doing to get that bone? You that confident that he got that much confidence in you to sit down and talk to you like that? What is on his mind? Where your heart and head is at? Start thinking for yourself. If I done did something to you to make you feel like that, then you had all the rights in the world. But if you judging me off of what somebody else told you, you're wrong as two left shoes. Think for yourself, man. Because y'all ain't each other's enemies. You brothers are young men, and y'all want to get along. But y'all letting these ideologies cause y'all to stop caring and loving each other. Y'all want to love on each other. Believe me, I go all over the state, man. And when I meet these young brothers, they got a whole different program for me than what I get when I come to you brothers here. Do all the things. Remember, you might need to check that a little bit. You know, I can be wrong. purse to admit, because I don't know everything, but I'm learning. If there's anything I can do to help any kind of way, feel free to ask.
We understand. When people mention the name Minister Rico, years from now, how you change people.
Praise the Lord. Rico, I don't want to see you do 40 years in your life in prison, man. Because you shouldn't have to. You got enough right now to keep you from being another slow. Keep you from being another slip. Keep you from being another Master Rico. You don't have to go through those changes, bro. You can take the changes that's around you right now and curb a whole lot of negativity that you're going to encounter if you keep going down that dark alley. So you can believe they're going to continue to build these prisons and put us in them if we don't find a way to get out of them and step around. And I want to say something, man, that we as brothers need to take heed to. I was like Larry Wood, Chief Marty, he was not in it. He was free. And they could not read about each other and not struggle not one bit to help pull them brothers up out that hill. Let's get confident. Now let's get on top of that. Let's start showing them that they ain't left down there in that hole and we out here enjoying our life and they make no effort to help them.
Okay, okay. So we have one final question, but before we do this final question, we're gonna pause and do the wrap. Okay. And before we do the wrap, I definitely want to give my brother Los an opportunity to be able to speak his mind. It's beautiful. Give you a few words. Come on, my brother. I don't know how far this can reach, but come on down here to the
Yeah, he young. He can move.
I don't know why you make me call the cops. So I'm gonna keep it brief. Yeah, first off, I'm talking about 29 years. I've been demonstrating this before I was a mayor. I've been claiming vice lord since I was a PB. Didn't really understand the full meaning of the Lord is until I hit them tools and started seeing the application of law, right? Because when you're on the streets, people are gangbanging. So we had a misinterpretation of what vice lord is. We was going at wars because of the difference of symbols and neighborhoods, and you break your hat the wrong way, and the colors you wear, and that was what the law was teaching us when I hit them tunes. So when I hit them tunes, I understood that vice lordism was about progress. It was about not being in the car with the oppressor who got his foot on the GD neck or vice lord neck or Blackstone neck and every other poor person neck. Like you don't want to be a contributor to that. So when I started understanding the teachers that Pop was putting down, it changed my trajectory as a man. So my perspective changed and I shifted on how we gonna guide the brothers in these tunes about this vice lordism. So from that point forward, we start unifying, not based off action, not because you're a conservative, you move this way, not because you're a 60-40, you move this way, you last name first. So with that last name first, we got one agenda. And that's to put your brother above you so that he can push the next brother above him. Each one pull one up and we start moving like that. That's when the real Lord unity start manifesting itself. When that manifestation start happening, you can start seeing brothers really start genuinely liking each other. Once you really like somebody, then you want the best for them. You ain't gonna feed them no bullshit, kind of like the shit I was fed on the street. When cats kind of misuse you because they know you capable of doing a certain deed and keeping them out of harm's way. Right? So when you love your brother, you don't want for your brother what you want for yourself. And if you love yourself, you don't want no folly in your way. With that being said, that's what vice lordism is about. That's how I got the interpretation of what Viceroyism is. So when I hit this block after 29 years, I went in as a 10th grader, come out as a mid 40-year-old man. When I hit this block now, I'm hollering at the shorties, and I ain't out here pushing that YN stuff where you talking about this drill shit. We ain't promoting that. We on some community-based unification time. If you ain't trying to progress or build, I ain't gonna sit here and talk bad about you. I'm just not gonna waste my time with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't been you before. So I understand it might take a little more than some words to encourage you to change your path. Hopefully you ain't gotta hit that joint for 30 years like me and a bunch of people up here to do. But in the process, this is what we doing. We pushing forward. And real vitalism is pushing forward and teaching your people about their history and the different paths to succeed. That doesn't necessarily mean partaking in the chaos in the community, right? Because we got a lot of that. I ain't telling you don't eat. If I ain't gonna provide what you eat, you know what I'm saying? You gotta eat how you do. I'm just saying be mindful of how you out here moving, so that you ain't out here willingly and willfully tearing your brothers and sisters down. You know what I'm saying? We on vice all the time. I don't want to take up too much time because the Pops kind of said it all. But it's something he said that I wanted to touch up on. When he was talking about when people come to you telling you about your brother in the absence of that brother, and this some negative shit, and you accepting that as that, that's some other shit. You're supposed to support your brother's character in his absence. As a Moor, this is what they taught us in the temple. As a vice lord, this is what the elder lords tell the shorty boys. So if you out here accepting symbolic that somebody bringing you about a brother you claim to be your brother, then you a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Support your brother in his absence. His character, it should be the same way as if he in front of you. No, nigga, you should. Don't move out my way. Or go on this shit. But support your brother's character in his absence. With that being said, man, this piece of love, I appreciate the opportunity. And thank y'all, sisters.
Almighty.
There's three that I'm gonna have to say right now because they were laid it down through the foundation where the AIsha sister came from in 1994. It's always a pleasure to have our founder who created this, you know, pulling me out the street, moving me in the right direction. Because he didn't want to see a train wreck. And he's seen something bigger inside of me than being out there being destructive and killing my people, tearing up my community. And he turned it into a cluster step on my end. So I just wanted to give him thanks on today for coming on the AIsha Sister Show, sharing with us. And while y'all stand here, we got a raffle going on, 50-50 raffle. 50% of whatever money we got up in here going to whoever's going in the kitchen, and the other 50 goes to the AIsha Sister Foundation. Can I get a amen?
Everybody, okay, sister, come on forward because we want to kind of be live here when we're doing this. Make sure everybody know be fair in our dealings. Okay. Get that one more shake, sister. All right, 50-50 raffle, where 50% of the proceeds go to the AIsha Sister Inc., and the other 50% of the proceeds goes to the winner of whatever sequence of drawing. Now, I want to say this before we make this draw. We will have other raffles going. I know y'all probably gonna take us serious. I was waiting till last week to get y'all tickets. This is real. So when we have more draws and stuff like that, make sure that y'all are purchasing tickets, okay? Get behind us. We're really trying and doing a lot to be able to move the communities, bringing womanness and togetherness with women. That's our push, that's our drive. So support us, stand behind us. You know, we stand behind y'all. If there's something we can aid assist with, we're there too. So just wanted to say that before we pull this ticket. Maybe the person with the 50%, you know what I mean? No. Somebody else outside. Okay. Somebody outside is not getting about the tip. Okay. He in there though. Kelly ain't in there, so that's fine. Hold on, Kelly. We gotta do. We gonna be over here a little bit.
So they on vacation.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we
Yeah.
All right. Okay. But we got 50% of the proceeds go to sugar. Sugar. That's my sister. Sprinkle me right. Okay. So we have a winner. We have a winner. Sugar with the golden ticket. All right. Okay, so I think we done lost a minute.
I did my paper, y'all.
Okay, well, so maybe we can get Los to finish this last question. Los, brother, can we get you for this last one? Minister, got about it on us, but this is a good, you got the perfect. Yes, ma'am. We have one. I would say raffle. I'm talking about the question. The question. We got one question. Oh, okay. I just know you have you be in your hands. The challenge. If every man in Indiana was watching you right now, and you had just 60 seconds to give them one message that could literally save their life, what would you say?
I would tell them to be conscious of the things that they want so that they don't make a bad decision and not be willing to deal with the consequences that comes with the decisions they make. Basically, use your thought process and think this shit through. Everything that good ain't gold, so you can't cut corners. You have to have some patience. You're gonna have to have that perseverance, that stick to itness. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see something on social media and you want that immediately, don't mean it's gonna come the way that you saw that person get. Right? You're gonna have to work for it. So think about the things you want to do and be willing to put in the effort to get it. Think it through.
That was beautiful. Let us know our future with the hands of brothers here. Okay, I'm gonna give a final thought between Sue and then also the sisters if you want to add anything to this podcast.
Yep, we got 30 more minutes. That's it. Yeah. Okay, brother. Yep, you want to come sit right here or whatever you want to do? If we have to come and do okay.
Well, first and foremost, peace and love, thumbs up. My name is Minister Rico. I'm a proud representative of Chief Malik. However, everybody is vice lord according to the Quran. So that's how I grew up my whole family.
Okay, brother. I'm going to accountability, brotherhood.
A lot of brothers say they won't change, but they keep surrounding themselves with people who keep them stuck. What's one hard truth black men need to hear about accountability and brotherhood?
Well, first and foremost, one hard truth is unity is the call of the day. Well, a lot of us say unity, but we really don't implement the principles of unity. Differences are going to keep us divided if we allow them. Think about Europeans, but they still work together to make sure they accomplish their means. When it comes to our brothers, small things divide because of our differences. And we're mature enough unite and unify, our women will be liberated, our brothers will be liberated, and more importantly, our youth will be returned to the stations that they need to be at to grow and develop properly.
And if you had the brothers in Wisconsin watching right now, you had just 60 seconds to give them a message that could simply save their life, what would it be?
The message that I would give to the brothers anywhere and everywhere is love instead of hate. Love will conquer everything. If we learn to love ourselves, we'll learn to love our fellow brother and sister. But the fact that we suffer from self-hate we can never arrive at the pinnacle of self-love. So if we don't have self-love, we're not going to respect love, we're not going to respect unity, and we're not going to respect each other nor ourselves. So love instead of hate is the message.
Now, and in that instance, some of us teach and understand love. What is a way to be able to help a brother learn love or a positive output in the situation?
What we miss in our community is a thing called unconditional love. We don't have unconditional love. All of our love comes with conditions. And if you don't be this way, or you don't feel this way, or you're not with this clique, or you're not with that clique, love dissipates and we looking at each other as enemies. So that unconditional love is something that needs to return so we can see beyond the barriers of self-hate.
Well, thank you so much for your beautiful words. Brother Smith. Okay. We got close back on the right here.
Y'all gonna have to get used to the ball head.
Kelly, you want to sit down too?
So see how much I was. Oh, I got to go.
I'm gonna give you the same.
Well, that's fine. And it'll be in your perspective. You did.
You did. You got a question for Kelly.
Okay. As a brother, they say they won't change, but they keep surrounding themselves with people who keep them stuck. What is one hard truth that black men need to hear about accountability and brotherhood?
I would say that one, cognitive thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think cognitively, you got to think about what I'm doing right now. Who is this person I'm talking to or disrespecting? What is the outcome behind it? You know what I mean? Like these young brothers, when they deal with the police, right, for an example, they don't really know how to interact with the police, but we see what the police be doing. So why would you put yourself in a situation to escalate that for them to kill? So if you think cognitively and think about how I'm gonna speak to this person while I'm dealing with this person, knowing that this person got the upper hand, you know what I'm saying? Just be mindful that that person got the upper hand. You know, and when it comes to like unity, you know what I'm saying, with the brotherhood, you know, like the more brother just said, you know, we gotta start loving each other instead of hating each other, regardless to what the difference is. It don't matter about religion. You got a religious difference. Oh, well, that ain't blah, blah. No, man, you bickering about something that ain't got nothing to do with us unifying and saving ourselves. You know, so with that being said, I think I pretty much answered that. If I got something else, you know, let me know. Okay.
Okay, Sister Honey has a question for you. Chi-Town Honey. Thank you, sister. Okay, now, brother, you are the one that put us up on the rock. So, how did you find that? What happened? Because you told it to Swift. Swift put us up on our podcast, and I started doing my due diligence, and I'm mad as hell. Like, seriously, so I need you to break that down for us a little bit. And elaborate on who Robert Rondo is and his program.
Okay, so I actually posted this on my page. It's just everybody don't pay attention to what's positive, they pay attention to what negative is. You know, they want to bicker about this and blah, blah, blah. So the real story behind me finding this was me just being at home in the middle of the night after, you know what I mean, in my surgery. And I was just on the phone on YouTube looking around and it just popped up. And I see all these white boys, they dressing, they UFC fighting, they gladiating, they weightlifting, they gun training, all this, right? And the whole thing is, this dude ideology is, okay, he would say, if the storm come through Tailberry thing, it could be blacks, whites, Puerto Ricans, everybody in there. He ain't got the type of love that we say we have when we say it's Lord unity or it's divine love or whatever. This man has the ideology in his head that he only for his own people. Period. If your ass was ran over by a car and it's a European over here ran over by a car, he coming to come get his. He gonna leave you out there. So they combat training. You know what I'm saying? They doing mixed martial arts, all that. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of us brothers here, we know how to box. You know, we grapple and all that. But man, when I say these Europeans training, they training for physical combat. They train for combat. And then I look at my people. You know, the sisters dancing on cars. Y'all listening to music that don't make sense. You know, brothers and sisters that's affiliated with these organizations going back and forth with each other about something that really don't mean nothing. While the whole time, the hunt has been on for you since before 1492. Way before 1492, the hunt been on for you. The hunt go all the way for you, all the way back to the... And they still hunting us. And we running around here with our heads up our ass. That Rondo dude, he got something for us, man. Like Swift said, he got these day words. Now, what we gonna do? Loving on each other, we gonna have to start protecting each other. I want to end this with this, right? I always had a concept to think, all of these organizations we got, right? We need these legal brothers to LLC a program or a company that polices the police. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we need somebody to police the police. That means we got the same radios, we on the same channels, all that. And then I've seen a brother doing that out here in Chicago. I forget the name of the organization, but one of the guys. Yeah, but
you disenfranchise yourself when you get a felony conviction.
Yeah.
So you can't carry a firearm.
So you can't carry a firearm.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Right.
Hold on, you next.
We do got a lot of brothers that's legal carry. Now we can get all of them and start our own police force to police the police. With that being said, okay, you a city cop, you pull it's gonna be you.
Okay.
What your force say? Ain't gonna be no killing without killing.
We understand that.
Yes, sir.
That's the shadow message.
Yes, sir.
That's the message for the basement.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Brother Luce. Now, do you have any questions, Brother Luce? Yeah, we got about 20 minutes left. Okay. Come on now, sister. Sister Tim. My question was, where you going?
I thought you were coming to speak. I'm sorry. Girl, I ain't got
My question is for you. What advice will you give the youngsters that's coming up, knowing that now that we're grown, 70% of our adulthood is left or right because of how we grew up as a child. So we have a lot of mommy issues, daddy issues, sister, brother, cousin issues. How do you get the youngsters that's going through that right now so they don't have to go through what you go through? What advice would you give them?
I'm saying so again, it comes back to you only do better once you know better, right? So I come from that generation of misguided youth. The generation before we had slightly misguided youth and songs. The generation now have a lot of misguided youth. But now you got a bunch of us who know better, who can actually reach out and relate to these shorties and get them to understand that this ain't the right way of thinking, this a bad decision, doing this and that don't equal, you know what I'm saying? Like we can make this shit make sense. Now you just gotta stop being afraid because while you ain't keeping with your people, be afraid of all people. Like we agree. I'm with you. And we got women out here who are afraid of their children. We got men out here afraid of the so-called YNs. So the YNs see that and they don't respect when an elder comes because they know you fear them. I'm not like I can't respect nothing you say when I know you come from a place of fear, right? But if I know you coming from a place of concern, of genuine care, of experience, or I have to pay attention to when he you say you coming from a place of genuine care, of experience. We having a few technical issues. We good. You just hear my voice speaking. But yeah, once you come from a place of experience and you kicking it with these youngsters about the bad decisions you've made and the consequences intended and unintended that you've had to incur as a result of those poor decisions, they gonna listen to you. Man, listen, out of everything they done, I done done it. I'm not bragging about it. I'm not ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not proud of it either. It's just the facts of my life. So everything negative, I done that shit. You talking about the slang and the bang and the other shit, I done it. You know what I'm saying? I done went to prison at 15. You know what I'm saying? I done been on lockup for 16 years, 29 years. I done fucked the police up. I done been fucked up by the police. I done been in bed with another man when you ain't been in the shower for 2-3 weeks. Like I done this shit. This is not something you want to deal with. I done went through it so I can share with you so you don't have to go through it. And I'm telling you, you want to think about this shit when you sitting on that bunk and you don't have a goddamn outdate. Or if you do got one and it's 10, 15, 20 years down the road, you're going to be saying to yourself, damn, I wish I would have. Right? You don't want to be that nigga and I done already done this shit. I'm telling you how it's going to play out. When they get you in there, they not letting you go. So now you're going to be in that motherfucker with a bunch of regrets. Now, I don't live with regrets. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Allah plays the path for me and whatever come my way, I need to encounter it to be who I'm supposed to be. But that don't mean you got to do a bunch of dumb shit to end up in harder than necessary circumstances. You know what I'm saying? I fucked my life up young, but now I got a second chance by the grace of God. Yeah. So I'm going to use that second chance to try to reach out and let these shorties know, man, this is what it is. And I'm talking about young vice lords, I'm talking about young GDs, I'm talking about Stones, I'm talking about young Europeans, I'm talking about everybody who and make a difference in their community. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make a positive impact or contribution to your community, this message for you. If you ain't trying to hear this shit, then be smart. This message ain't for you, but you think you gotta pay your own way. But for those of us who have been through this shit, the onus is on you, on us, to get back out here and holler at these shorties, man, to show them that this ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have to go to the joint or end up in the goddamn hospital bed or paralyzed, or how your parents or your family, your wife, burying your ass because you done made an error decision. Right? Each one teach one. You do better when you know better. I didn't know better until I did. You know what I'm saying? Here I am. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Okay. Thank you, Lord. I just say thank you, Lord. He be having
It's like, Lord. Woo! Yeah. That's like, Lord.
thank you, Lord.
I need to hear it, Lord.
Yeah, we got a lot of brothers. We got a few more minutes.
They requested.
As we want them to get on the mic and say something on our show. It will be an uplift and it's not that make things better for us, a better walk, a life.
Bless the mic, Lord.
A lot of brothers say they won't change. A lot of brothers say they won't change. But people who keep the stuff. What is one hard truth black man needs to hear about accountability and brotherhood?
Well, as adults, we all recognize that change has to start with me. Change won't come for nobody until you make the decision to change your circumstances. This is what the Quran says. It says Allah will not change the conditions of people until they change the conditions. So, pertaining to accountability as a black man, that's a hard. It's really about self-growth and just understanding what you want for yourself and trying to be better because we're not children anymore. You know, so there's a lot of older brothers out here misguiding a lot of the younger brothers, but they really have to want that change within themselves. They have to seek the proper tutelage to get the proper information and the proper people. So it's really about what you want for yourself. Just the thought is the cause of it all. So one just have to be sincere in changing and in bettering themselves. You have to know what's negative. You have to know what's positive. We all know right from wrong. Right. You know, so ones just have to strive to do better. Grab the bull by the horns and just make a decision to better yourself as an individual. Right, brother. I just think that's the best information I can offer right now. Thank you, brother. That was you. Thank you.
What was the lowest point of your life that ultimately became the turning point where God began to shape you?
The lowest point of my life. Actually, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. You know, this is my little big brother. He's one of the only people that's walking this earth that I would listen to. Period. So it was an individual that had me threatening me for months.
Disrespected the nation too.
And I would get a brother a pass because I knew he was coming out of law in the state of ignorance, you know. So I did everything in my power not to do physical harm to this brother. And so I had told the brother that he and I was going to fight. And he came out of the cell playing. So I went to my brother, and I'm not going to tell y'all what I told my brother. But my brother said, don't do that, just fight. I said, no, I'm going to do that. So I attempted to do that. It was almost done. And I ended up doing 7 years in lockup behind this. And a 55-year sentence. And I knew I didn't have that in. Make you put your hands on them or harm them. The manly thing to do is walk away. You know what I'm saying? And, protect your peace, protect your space. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that was your local.
That was.
That's what brought you closer to Allah.
We appreciate you, brother.
Our time is running out. I wanted to ask Brother Tinker a question. Let's push the right quick before I minute the other thing.
A lot of brothers say they won't change, but they keep surrounding themselves with people who keep them stuck. What is one hard truth black men need to hear about accountability and brotherhood?
A lot of people won't change, saying and doing these two different things. The main thing we want different people. You're gonna be around different people, you gotta make different thoughts. It's the thought process. And you gotta be patient. The key to it all really is Jesus and God. That's it. Bottom line, once you grab hold of God and Jesus, now the foundation of the Bible is nothing but the how to manual. It's telling you how to live, telling you how to live, telling you how to walk. It's taking you back to when your mom and daddy showed you how to right and wrong. But it's the key because it's been written so many years ago, but for us today to walk it out and talk it out. For the next generation, we got to tell the young brothers and sisters by example, first of all. Talking is cheap as they say. You got to walk the walk and talk the talk. You got to be on these grounds yourself, making an example of doing the right thing. For myself, my testimony is a little different than other brothers. They've been incarcerated. But I've been arrested 53 times, so I've been incarcerated in my mind. Like a lot of other brothers on the street today really get that hard time. They're incarcerated in our mind. You got to make a change of mind so you can make your mind, make your body walk and talk and do things that are positive. Now you got to get a vision in your eyesight so you can see the vision of God, which is infinity. That means you can see across that tree. You can walk through that water because you part the Red Sea in the world that people can make it. The Red Sea is that we can make it. This next generation will be doctors, lawyers, teachers, and preachers. They don't have to be killers, robbers, and murderers, and preachers around. Because we setting a pathway with our lifestyle of what we doing today. It's ironic that me and this great woman of God, my last case I called was with her. But look at her today. She's liberating the land. She's making a difference. She has the desire to talk and walk with women, men, boys, and girls all over the nation. She gives out of her heart, spirit, and soul. AIsha's girls, sisters are so awesome because they care and they love. It's all about health. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about joy. That's what God is. So if you get your ass God, have some patience for the young brothers. Patience first. Before you make that thought go round, have some patience. When you make that thought go kill, stop and think. Stop for 2 minutes and think about it. Before you go do anything. Have to listen and follow. And let your legacy be what you're doing now. Not from where you came from, what you did then. And with all that, God can change the land, the next generation will live.
Yes. That was beautiful, brother. Thank you so much. We're going to conclude this week's episode of the AIsha Sisterhood podcast. This concludes this week's episode of the AIsha Sister podcast. And it's Fatima joined with the brothers and sisters of Queen Sue. For those down there, we still got one still moving around. We are at a big thing. But gratitude for your attendance, and we look forward to seeing you next podcast. Please look forward to the flyer that will be coming out to let you know our next time. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Okay, whoever this was, I just finished the live
That's sugar.
I finished it. Kind of big. Next time, I'm going to get a person. I want to get a